Yo, what's going on guys? Mush back at it with another video, and in this video I want to take a look at the top 5 new PC game releases of the week. I used to do this series very consistently, got off track, but I want to get back to doing this series more frequently, especially because there are so many game releases every week on Steam that a lot of them go under the radar, a lot of them you don't even know about. There's a pretty big fighting game coming out on Steam this week, and I haven't heard like anybody talk about it, and it's a really exciting game, but nobody really knows about it. It kind of came out of nowhere, so I'm going to mention that later. And we've got a couple other cool games, a couple early access games to look at. So let's get right into the top 5 new PC game releases of the week for the week of November 13th. Let's start off with the early access titles. First up, we have Tannenberg, which is the latest entry in the World War I game series that started with Verdun, and that was a very good first-person shooter, and this is expanding the focus to encompass the Eastern Front. This is right off the Steam page, but it introduces warfare between the Russian Empire and the Central Powers, and it offers a fresh experience for new and veteran players alike. Over 20 weapons, 4 open maps that put an emphasis on tactical freedom, and a whole new 64-player game mode with full AI bot support. There's definitely not a lack of first-person shooters on PC, but Tannenberg looks to be another pretty good one. By the way, Verdun is also on sale right now. It's discounted 20%, not the biggest discount in the world, but thought I should mention that. And Tannenberg is due out on November 16th. Now, the next game, I actually don't know if it's releasing this week. That's how weird PC game releases are. Things are just listed in Steam, and it's supposed to be in order of release date when you're looking at the upcoming games, but this game just had it stated as early access in fall 2017. Looks like it's releasing this week because that's how the ordering works on Steam, but I can't confirm that, but I thought I should mention it anyway because it looks like a really cool game, and that is Failed State. This is a game that absolutely nobody is talking about, but it's a really cool pixel art game. It's an adventure indie game, and once again, I'll read right off the About This Game page over on Steam, and it says, "The old world is gone. The Earth decided to get rid of humanity that have poisoned it for thousands of years. Earthquakes, tsunamis, volcano eruptions, and following technological catastrophes results of the first wave. Most of the cities are in ruins and people search the way to prevent future catastrophes and save the ashes of civilization, but the nature has its own plans. The second wave started in Ukraine, and so did the story of Rose, the girl that almost forgot what the old world used to look like." So off that description, it's a pretty generic post-apocalyptic type of story, but trust me, look at this game's Steam page. This is a game that I think is going to surprise a lot of people. Again, we don't know too much about it. It could end up being a complete train wreck, but it's a game that I was able to dig up, and a lot of the times digging up gems like this is what I do best, so maybe this is a game you'll want to add to your wish list. Definitely see how it plays out, and you know, it's not even a big deal on Steam anymore if you pick up a random game. If it's bad, you can always refund it. Moving right along, we have number 3, Lego Marvel Super Heroes 2, another Lego game on Steam. There's a lot of these on Steam, and I'm not the biggest fan of Lego titles, but it seems like there's always a core audience for these games, and it's really good if you have a kid or a younger sibling. If you want a game that's very friendly to newcomers, the Lego games definitely fit that bill, and they're great cooperative experiences as well. This one does have split screen co-op, which is very nice, and it's an open world Lego game, so that's pretty cool. Again, these games haven't always been my cup of tea, but I know there's a big audience for them out there, and Lego Marvel Super Heroes 2 releases on November 14th. Number 2, we've got a new virtual reality game, Killing Floor Incursion, which is a fully realized multi-hour story-driven adventure in the world of Killing Floor. That's solo and cooperative play, and I wanted to mention this because VR is a platform that doesn't get a lot of support, so for those of you with a VR platform, Killing Floor Incursion is going to add to a library that doesn't have a lot of depth to it right now, so whenever you see a game with a somewhat popular license, you kind of have to get excited for it because that's just the way the VR platform is. So yeah, if you have HTC Vive or Oculus Rift, maybe give Killing Floor Incursion a chance. It is made by Tripwire, and it's got pretty decent reviews thus far. It is also 15% off pre-purchase, it down to $34 from $40, and it releases on November 14th. Finally, number 1 is probably my most anticipated PC game of this week, and that is Injustice 2. This is a game that I've wanted to come to PC for a while. It got really strong reviews on consoles, and fighting games are getting better on PC. We saw games like Tekken 7 that were really good on PC, and now we have another one in Injustice 2. Hopefully this one pans out the same way, and Injustice 2 is a game that has a really high quality single player component, so even if you're picking up this game, you're not going to delve into the multiplayer much, the single player will give you something to enjoy. It looks like it is going to be $50 on PC, which is rather expensive, but during a Steam sale, you could probably get it at discount. $50, obviously, for the common gamer, not a price point I would pay for a game like this, especially because, as always the case, the online community with fighting games on PC typically doesn't sustain. You know, some games still have a decent online component, but you really have to check out and see how the PC community responds to games like this, because the fan base for fighting games, while growing, is still a relatively small one. But yeah, a very exciting game coming to PC on November 14th. So that wraps up the top 5 new PC game releases of the week. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section down below. Definitely not the most packed week of this season, but a couple of cool games to look out for. Like I said, that failed state game might end up surprising a lot of people, so check all of those out, maybe add them to your wish list and pick them up later down the line. The winter sale is just upon us, so some of these might be games you want to pick up then. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below, what you're picking up, and requests for future videos, you can leave that in the comments as well. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.